Hello, 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 good people. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. And I am your host / coach, Mr. HJ. And the reason for this channel is I wanted to be able to share some insight, some lessons that I've learned over time, some experience that I have in life, and some knowledge that I've acquired along the way. And I'm extremely excited to have this opportunity. Glad that you clicked on and checking this out. And I'm really ready to begin a fruitful journey that I know is going to be beneficial not only for you, but for me as well. Because as we know, life is a journey, not a destination. So my goals here are to create what I'll call MVPs and LLCs. Now, what is an MVP? MVP, for the purposes of this channel, is going to be men valuing purpose. Men valuing purpose. And LLCs are ladies loving and courageous. So the title of this video is Who Are You? But before we go there, I'd like to tell you a little bit about who I am. I am a child of God. I'm a brother. I'm a husband of over 21 years to my lovely wife. I'm a father of 4. I'm a businessman, a leader, an entrepreneur, and on this journey, I'm looking forward to being your coach. So let's dive in. Men valuing purpose. What is the definition of purpose? The reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. Purpose is something that has been an age-old question, and we have spent many years in life, and people long before me have often been trying to determine what their purpose is and how to fulfill it and how to be the very best version of themselves. So what is your purpose? I'm sure you're asking. Looking at the title, Who Am I? Maybe that's a question that came to mind. How do you know? What drives you? What motivates you? What gets you up early in the morning or keeps you working late hours into the evening? I can't answer these questions for you, but this is a great place to start. And in addition to that, it's very difficult to hit a target that you don't know exists, right? So, in addition to that, if you don't have the answers to what your purpose is at this moment, that's okay. Because this is a process, and there are different seasons in life, and there are going to be different variables in play that can help you decide your purpose or either learn later what your purpose truly is. So don't be frustrated if you don't have that answer. Just be patient with yourself. Continue your hard work. Continue your personal growth and development. Seize opportunities that come before you. Avoid fear and procrastination. And eventually you're going to discover exactly what that thing is for you. And you'll have all the tools to be ready to jump in and make that opportunity your own. So, LLCs, ladies loving and courageous. Courageous defined is not deterred by danger or pain. Brave. And why is this important? Well, as discussed just moments ago, we need to be fearless. And this requires high levels of bravery. Along with that, you have to know that life will present different challenges and obstacles for you to overcome. And that in itself can be painful. A lot of times accomplishments require you to be tested in the fire. Bravery is definitely a requirement in life. Danger of the unknown will come into play, and an MVP will need to be willing to take the necessary risk in growth and development, as well as overcome setbacks and the unexpected, because those things are definitely going to come into play. As you go in your growth and development, you got to know that there is nothing better as an MVP, men valuing purpose, or a man valuing purpose, than having an LLC, lady, loving, and courageous, at your side. Because the two of you together can overcome a whole lot of obstacles and be in sync, the yin and the yang for one another. And it's a wonderful thing for sure. But we'll get more on that later. At this point, I want to give you guys a little bit of a story. Okay. So I'm a bit of a sports fan. My favorite sport is basketball. My second favorite sport would probably be boxing. But as a basketball fan, and at my age, I'm a Michael Jordan fan, big Michael Jordan fan. And it's a lot of great qualities that Michaels has. Obviously, he's a winner, but he has a lot more depth to him than that, and some of those things that I admire. One of which is resilience, right? So on his quest for his first championship with the Chicago Bulls, he was faced with a whole lot of different adversity, right? A lot of challenges, a lot of bumps in the road, be it injury. I believe it was his second year in the sport on the professional level. He had a lot of naysayers. He had a team that wasn't quite built well enough to compete on the highest stages. He dealt with different members of the media or his own peers saying the things that he wasn't good at and the things that he couldn't do to make his team better or to help his team to get over particular hurdles that he was faced with. And the thing about Michael was he had high levels of confidence in himself, number one, but he was an extremely determined individual. And all of those things merely just made him more hungry for the success that he wanted and even more motivated to prove those people wrong. Ultimately, we know the story. If you follow basketball, 6 championships, 2 of those three-peats, 3 in one go and 3 in another go after a brief retirement, finals MVP and all of those, and the rest is history, if you will. While I was rising in the ranks, I had a lot of bumps on the road myself. Quite a few bumps to my ego, if we're going to be honest. And as I would apply for higher roles and responsibilities or a different title, or, put it plainly, a raise, I would be denied for various reasons. And of course, I didn't agree with those reasons. I thought I was an outstanding employee and couldn't do anything wrong. No, I'm kidding. But those things have a definite effect on your confidence and can create levels of frustration, if you will, and a little bit of self-doubt. All of those things will creep in. And so for the purposes of this particular story, it was a company that I was working for over a decade. And there was a position that I wanted. And I applied for that position a total of 4 times. Okay? 4 different times I applied for one particular role. And I would receive the feedback. And I was told that, at this time, we're going to go in this direction, or you don't have the necessary skills in this particular area that's going to get you the role that you're looking for. And all of those things would be very frustrating to hear. No doubt about it. And I have a wonderful LLC that I come home to, and she would encourage me, and I would bounce ideas off of her and speak my frustrations, and she would be more than willing to listen and give me insight. And after all of the dust settled, I would look in the mirror and I would say, you know what? There's a couple of things that can happen here. Number one, I can take this, I can use it as an opportunity to get better and to better myself, or I can sit here and complain about it and say that people are holding me back, and this, that, and the third are reasons why they didn't give it to me. But the truth of the matter is, and this is a small lesson from this video, is that we should always look at the person in the mirror. Things are not always going to be right. Decisions won't always be right. The right call might not always be made. But what you can do is always self-diagnose. What is it that I can do better? Is there any truth to what this person told me a shortcoming is? Is there something that I can take from this and make myself better? And ultimately, that's what I did. Now remember, moments ago I shared with you, I applied for this position 4 different times. I was denied 3 of those 4 times. I had to swallow my pride, or my ego, if you will, 3 different times. And in the process of that, my goal was always to make myself undeniable. Each time I took what feedback was given to me, I worked in that area, I worked in other areas, I saw other things that I potentially could have done better, or could learn, or could help myself grow, and I represented myself. Hey, here I am. And 3 different times I was told, you're not ready yet. On the 4th time, as you already have guessed, I received that promotion, that position that I was hunting for. And the satisfaction of that was pretty sweet, right? Similar to Michael Jordan, who battled through the playoffs trying to get past the Pistons and the Celtics on his quest for a championship. When he finally made it there, I'm sure if we could interview him today, he may say that was one of the sweetest ones, because it took him so long to get there. Had a different appreciation for it. And I could be wrong. He may think other ones were better than that. But I do know as a person, when we finally get to a level that we've been really working hard to get to, it's a high level of satisfaction and gratification and thankfulness when we do get there. So that's my story. And I want to tell you that by no means have I mastered life. By no means have I reached my full potential. As I shared earlier, life is a journey, not a destination. But what you have to do, and what I've also learned and am learning to do, is enjoy the phase that you're in. Have a solid support system to help you through rough patches and to celebrate your successes. So men of purpose and ladies loving and courageous, thank you for your time. Thank you for partnering with me on this journey. I look forward to it. Next video is going to be coming out soon. So I really like if you do me a big favor and like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell icon so you'll be notified when I do drop these new videos. And definitely keep the conversation going in the comment section. I'm looking forward to reading the comments and chiming in and giving some perspective of my own, taking your feedback, things that, perhaps I didn't think about, or experiences maybe that you'd like to share along the lines of who am I and how you found who you are. But until that next video, Mr. HJ, and I'm out. And I'm out.